What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is having a great start to the week. We are on our usual Monday night Mario stream. Normal Monday night Mario time, normal Monday night Mario channel, with no Mario tonight. You can see I'm updating PlayStation 4 in the background. I haven't played it in a while. But I was also hoping tonight to get into some God of War. It is still installing. We are 12 gigs of the 35 in on PC. A little bit behind on the 8 ball there. But welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. A long weekend of football for those of you that are football fans out there. Trying to pull up some news here. I had a whole newsreel ready to roll. Talk a little bit about what's going on in the world of gaming. Lots of things going on. Lots of games getting ready to come out. Really interested in getting in God of War because it says like all the reviews are saying how great it is, and that you don't even need like a big graphics card to get the most out of it, which is interesting. So yeah, we're hoping that everything goes well with that game. There's a small number of people out there having some memory leak issues, like on high-end PCs. There's a God of War hotfix that's in the works, or maybe I'm trying to see if it's been released yet. But I think it's just in the works at this point. But IGN gave it a good review. PC Gamer gave it 90% out of 100%. I think that's like about as good as you could expect. I mean, that breaks down to what, 9 out of 10. So something we could definitely like here. What up, Tay? Xander, how's it going? Yeah, I'm trying to install Madden on PS4 so I can take on Tay at some point. Yeah, right now just ready for some God of War. I'm hoping to get into that fairly soon. Apologies for the dog barking in the background. He has been barking all night long. Just wants to be running out in the snow, and I'd rather not have a muddy house if he tears up the yard with all the snow out there. But happy to see some good reviews out there for Monster Hunter Rise as well, which got a 90 from PC Gamer out of 100. So that's two of the games that I was really looking forward to on PC that have both hit pretty well within the last week or so. I don't know what to expect, honestly, of Monster Hunter Rise on PC after watching somebody play it. And Tay, I do want to play. But my defense has not been very good in Madden as of late, so you'll probably just roll me. But I have some strategies out there. But yeah, so lots of good stuff out there, and then stuff coming soon. So we have this week Rainbow Six Extraction comes out. That's something that I've been looking forward to seeing how that plays. I want to say it's squads of 3 based on what I saw. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I need to have like Kind of Funny does, like a "you're wrong" post. But it's going to be on Game Pass day and date. So if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member, you can get it there. But yeah, it looks like squads of 3. That game's going to be sick, I think. I'm really hopeful. Cool thing is they're having operators just like the Rainbow Six Vegas or Rainbow Six Siege. Sorry. I always want to go back to Vegas. Oh, it's not going to matter how many days you give me to practice. It's not going to get any better. I'm always going to hit the X button in the wrong place when I go to throw. It's always going to happen. But they've got, looks like 16 operators, maybe. Wait, no. 18 operators for this game. With some different abilities and stuff, so that'll be fun. So again, that comes out on Friday. If you're looking for something to dive into and you have Game Pass, that's a good thing to jump into. I think, what's GameStop selling it for those of you that don't have an Xbox? I want to say it's like $40, $49.99 for the deluxe edition, and then the standard edition is $40. $39.99. But very, very cool. The deluxe edition has some extra stuff for Rainbow Six Siege if you're still playing that. I think that game continues on anyway. I think a lot of people will really be into that and continue to play that after Extraction does come out. Interesting tidbit about this game is that originally it was called Rainbow Six Quarantine. You can guess why they got rid of that title. Good for Ubisoft for getting rid of that title. Because that realistically could have hit the wrong way. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Tay, other than Madden, you playing anything? You out there playing anything? I know Xander's always jumping in on some different stuff. He's a shooter guy. He's bouncing around on Fortnite and such. Yeah, so a lot of different things coming out that people are getting excited about. It always slows down this time of year, but then all of a sudden you'll see like boom, 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 boom. And this time it's like Rainbow Six, and then the following week we have the new Pokemon. I think everybody's anticipating that game not being as good as people want it to be, but we'll see. I think it could turn out to be a great title for Nintendo. There's a lot of pressure for it to be good because it's the first real Pokemon game like that they've had a lot of time to develop on, but nobody really knows how long they've been working on it outside of the people that have been working on it. It seems like there's a lot of pressure for them to put something into it, especially with other games just being so good. Like Forza Horizon hit really, really hard. It was really good. Ratchet and Clank was really good. So you've got to think that if this Pokemon doesn't hit very well, like it'll be a surprise to people. It'll be a huge disappointment for Pokemon fans. But really, really interesting possibility there. I played some Call of Duty Warzone last night. Did not go well. If you want to check out the video on demand, it's over on my blog. It was ugly. Lots of time in the lobby. What's the best way to describe it? Lots of wasted time in the lobby. Not a ton of time where I was actually playing the game. I'd get killed pretty quickly and then wind up in the gulag. There were some loading issues as well, and I was hardwired in, so I didn't really know what was going on there. But we'll see kind of if I go back to playing that. I'm not really sure. Did you guys see the article or any of the news about Logan Paul buying $3.5 million for the Pokemon cards, and it turned out it was just G.I. Joe cards in a pack? First off, to have $3.5 million to just blow on Pokemon cards is mind-blowing to me. Just the thought of it. Like, I'm like, but $3.5 million on what was supposed to have been sealed original box Pokemon cards, and they were G.I. Joe packs. Does anybody know what those G.I. Joe cards sell for? Like, that's the interesting thing. Like, what are those G.I. Joe cards that he got sell for? $5 a pack. One unopened G.I. Joe Impel 1991 trading card pack, Series 1, $4.95. So $4.95 a pack. I just can't believe that. Like, that's crazy to me. I'll post he had a YouTube video that he put out there. I'll post that in the chat for you guys to check out. It's just mind-boggling to me that anybody is dropping $3 million on Pokemon cards. What am I on, man? Still 5 hours left, Tay. 5 hours on the install, so that's not happening tonight. And God of War has hit 23 gigs of the 34. I don't know if there's an update after that or not, but I would guess there probably is. So yeah, 3.5 million down the tubes for Paul. Definitely worth watching the video. I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, I don't. Let's see. Anything else that's been out there that's kind of crazy? Oh, I posted a video on Twitter of a guy shooting his TV. Like, I can't even say it with a straight face. There's a video of a guy that's a Cowboys fan who actually went out and shot his TV after the Cowboys lost. Yeah, you have to watch it. You just have to go see it. Like, straight up, guy loses his mind, and literally punches his TV, throws it on the floor, and then pops a couple caps in it. Like, even watching it again now makes me question like the guy's mental stability there. There's a link for that. I like nuts. Like, what could you possibly like? Why? University of Cincinnati Rocket League team is has their spring intramurals coming up, so keep an eye out on their Twitch channel. That's usually a pretty cool event whenever their Rocket League team plays. The UC Club Sports, you can follow them at UC Club Sports on Twitter. The Rocket League team is at UC Rocket League. They have a red, black, and white team this year. They have 3, I believe, for Overwatch. So you can check their Overwatch team out as well. You can follow all their esports at UC Esports Club. So that's worth checking out. They do a lot of really cool stuff there. I want to take a minute again, and I'm not sponsored by them, but I want to share it with everybody to see So this is the Fixture S1. I actually took it off of the Switch, but you put your Switch in here, and you put your Pro Controller in, and you can play your Pro Controller like with your Switch in this dock. And I've shown it before on my other show, but they're getting ready to come out with an OLED one for the people who have the OLED Switch, and I cannot wait for that. But definitely check them out. You can follow them on Twitter as well. They're at Fixture Gaming. We'll put their profile in the chat. Again, they're not a sponsor. I just think it's a sweet product. Like, I think they did a really good job with it, and I'm really excited to see what they do with their new one when it comes out. So be sure to check that out. A lot of people were talking about it. I know the MinMax show, they got one that is like a custom looking one with their logo. I wish I had something cool like that. Maybe someday we'll get that. But there are a lot of people that have them and really like them. There's also a case you can buy with it. When I got it, I didn't get the case. I probably should have. But basically, the case holds your games and the Fixture S1 and all the stuff in one. So you can travel with it really easily. If you like the Pro Controller over the Joy-Cons, which I really do. I prefer those. The Lower League E-Cup is happening. That's something that I've participated in the past. That's a FIFA thing. So be sure to check that out. You can follow them on Twitter as well. They do a lot of really cool stuff. So it's Lower League Soccer supporters and supporters groups that bring in participants to play in FIFA online. In the PlayStation tournament open tonight, Lansing Common beat the Colorado Springs Switchbacks 7-1 in that event. I placed third in the PC E-Cup, Lower League E-Cup 2. Has it been 2 years ago now? Yeah, during the first part of quarantine. So yeah, that's been 2 years at this point. Time is like just vanishing. I don't know where the days go. They just kind of disappear. So it'll be interesting to see the rest of the scores from that event, because there's some really good players in that. If you're a FIFA fan, check that out. EMLS Series 1 happened this weekend. It was supposed to be a live event in Cincinnati. It wound up being a virtual event. It was won by Goal Machine from Toronto over Jackson from Nashville. So I'll take a Toronto victory over anybody from Nashville. I'll put that rivalry out there. It's just reality for me. The FC Cincinnati player did not fare well. It was not good. There was also some news that was made. There was a racist comment made in the public chat, which just blew my mind while it was happening. They banned the person from the chat pretty quickly, but just cut it out. Like, people need to stop. It just needs to stop. So yeah, again, I don't get it. I'll never understand it. I don't believe that it's a thing that should be happening. So yeah, just quit. Like, if you think that's a cool idea, you can unfollow. Please feel free to unfollow me on every form of social media if you'd like. I'm okay with it. I'll take the losses. Monday Night Raw is airing right now, so I'll have some stuff to follow up with that, because I'm obviously missing the show. I watch it essentially on tape delay every week because I'm usually doing the Monday Night Mario streams. But lots of lots of different things going on in the world of gaming, and they did announce. The reason I bring up Monday Night Raw, they did announce the release date and some other information about WWE 2K22. I know I had it pulled up. Rey Mysterio's on the cover, which is very, very cool. We used to have a dog named Rey Mysterio, surprisingly. But there's an announcement in 3 days, so there's going to be some new content that they're going to put out there. It'll be really interesting to me to see how many of the wrestlers they have in the game have already been released by the WWE. There's just quite a few people that have been released by the WWE. But like, I'm sure some of them will be in the game. There's no way they can take them all out, I don't think. But it'll be interesting. I'll also be interested to see which NXT arena is in the game. So that could be really, really interesting. Oh, the dog is driving me insane right now. Hold on one second. Let me try to solve this issue. All right, so hopefully that solved that issue. Looks like in non-gaming news that the Raiders are moving on from Mike Mayock, the GM. He won't be retained, which is interesting. It's surprising. They did okay. I mean, I'm a Raiders fan, for those of you that don't know, but I went to the game on Saturday, and I thought they played fairly well. They hung with the Bengals for the majority of that game. So it's odd to me that they wouldn't keep them. It just doesn't make sense. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's the NFL. Things change all the time. It's just like that in soccer. The Premier League, I feel like there's guys coming and going constantly. Interesting just how they do those things. So what else is going on? There's a couple other esports things that I've seen out there. Trying to see if I can find anybody in the chat. Have you seen anything that you want me to talk about, or want to hear what I have to say on? Like, there's always something out there that somebody's got on their mind. I feel like somebody's always got something that I haven't seen that they want to share. So I did see, and I heard about it today on Kind of Funny, Phil Spencer reacting from Xbox. For those of you who don't know who Phil Spencer is, he's the head of Xbox. Reacting to the rumor that PlayStation is working on something that's similar to Game Pass. He basically said, like, it's a good thing. I don't know what they expect him to say. Like, he's not going to come right out and be like, oh, we got it right. They knew we're better than them. Like, but it's interesting to see that they try to like sucker him in. He's so well spoken. He always covers, anything that he's got going on. And they try to get him in. And they asked him if he felt that it validated Game Pass. And he said, I don't really look at it as a validation. I actually, when talking to our teams, I talk about it as an inevitability. So for us, we should continue to innovate, continue to compete, because the things that we're doing might be advantages that we have in the market today, but they're just based on us going first. So interesting take there. And I pulled that from the Joe Scrabble's article on IGN, that quote. But a very interesting situation where Sony's trying to dip their toes in the water when it comes to, just are they going to do a Game Pass, or are they going to come up with something else? And I think that's an interesting thing. I also saw that Sony's going to put PS3 games on the PlayStation 5 store, which is great for those of us that have PS5s, but there are still people that are struggling to get them. And we've talked about that before, where Sony's solution was to just make more PS4s, which doesn't really solve the issue, right? Like, that's not going to solve the problem. I think that it's good to have things backwards compatible. I think that if somebody wants to go back and play an old school game, that's cool. But I just don't know that ultimately, like, how many people are going back and playing those old school games on their PS5 when there's so many games on PS5 to dig into, if you have one. It's just like, I know I'm going back to play God of War on PC, and it seems kind of contradictory for me to say, like, why would you go back and play an old game? Touche, I get it. But I think you just don't see it as much as people act like they do. I get people all the time that are like, every game should be playable on the next gen. I don't know. I just don't know that that's a reality. Trying to think of any other weird things. Oh, the Xbox refrigerators were back in stock at Target, so if you're looking for one of those, keep an eye out. They keep replenishing. It looks exactly like a Series X, so it's kind of an interesting thing if you're looking for a mini fridge or anything like that. What else? There wasn't. The blue PlayStation controller. It's so choice. The blue PS5 controller. It looks so good. I don't have it. I have a red one. I'm loving the blue one. Greg Miller posted a picture of it. I'll throw it in the chat for you guys to check out. I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's super cool looking. I probably should have held out and gotten it, but it is what it is. So I don't understand this one, and I keep going back to it because it just kind of blows my mind. There's a Activision CEO Bobby Kotick is still on his job. There are all kinds of things out there trying to, like, get this dude fired. I know what is going on in Activision really sucks. It made it really hard for me to actually go play some Call of Duty last night. I just at this point think, like, they're not going to do anything about it. I feel like they've basically, by not doing anything up to this point, they're not doing anything. They're not. He's not the one that's going to take the bullet for this one, so to speak. But I don't know. Diablo 2 on console, Diablo 2 Resurrected. If you play it, you have to check in every 30 days in order to play it again. I don't understand why, but it has the check-in DRM. So if you've got Diablo 2 Resurrected and you're playing it on your console, make sure you do check in every 30 days or so if you want to go back and continue to play it. That one was one that hit today, and I was like, wait, how is that a thing? But I've seen it now multiple places, so I'm going to guess that it's a true statement at this point. I think that's all I have for tonight. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot, but we're gonna go game releases for the remainder of the month. We'll pull those up real quick so I can rush through those. So we know God of War came out last week. Rainbow Six is out Friday. Windjammers 2 is Friday. Baby Storm, don't really waste your time on that one on Switch. Comes out on the 21st. Sorry, so that's Friday. 20th is Thursday, so that's when Extraction and Windjammers come out. Diplomacy is not an option on PC. It's January 26th. Pokemon Legends Arceus is on the 28th, which is not this Friday, but the following Friday. And then Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection coming out on PlayStation 5 and PC. Another one that I can see digging into for those of you that have never played the Uncharted series, especially with the new movie coming out. If you're not a PC gamer and you can afford to do it, I suggest it because we're starting to see a lot of games go that route. So there's not as many exclusives anymore. And if they are, they're timed exclusives. God of War is kind of a weird beast because it's a 4-year difference between when it came out on PlayStation 4 and then when it came out on PC. But there's a bunch of them coming fairly quickly. Some coming out same day and date as they are on PlayStation. Like Ollie Ollie World is coming out on everything on the same date in February. And a couple other games to look forward to in February. Elden Ring is slated for the 25th. Those of you that are Destiny 2 fans, February 22nd is The Witch King. And then Horizon Forbidden West is February 18th. So I have a month to go back and finish Horizon Zero Dawn, which I don't see happening anytime soon. Not enough time to play all the stuff that I really want to get into. But it's nonetheless, it's been fun. There's a lot of really good games out there in the mix. And hopefully we find ways to squeeze in as many games as possible over the course of time. For those of you that are playing on Xbox, like cloud gaming on your phone, like I don't know how you're doing it and doing it well because I'm really struggling with it. I can't seem to get it to move fast enough, but I'm hopeful that eventually I can figure that out. And when I do, I'm going to be super excited because I want to be able to play wherever I'm at whenever I have some time. And that's probably why my Switch gets the most playtime for me, which is also why I love that Fixture S1. But it's also why I haven't played Monster Hunter Rise on PC because I have it on Switch. So there's that issue too. I would definitely go into that at some point on PC, I would guess. But anyway, I don't want to keep you guys any longer. It's a short stream tonight. Thank you for joining the show and checking it out. Just a quick little 30-minute little news coverage and just chatting it up. And hopefully Tay and I will get some Madden in here this week at some point. It should be fun, maybe, depending on how bad each of us roll each other. But be sure to check out delusion.group. That's where all of our content is rolling out onto at this point. We go through Twitch, Facebook, all those great things. But then you can check us out on delusion.group and basically just hang out with us on that page. And as more content rolls out, you'll see it here and there. We have a lot of people that are going to be part of that. So they'll be talking about soccer, video games, movies, music, bunch of different things. They're going to be sharing their content. Art, photography is coming soon. We have a photographer that's going to be jumping in. Hopefully we'll have even more streaming content. I know Nate is out there trying to get his streams going. So be sure to check him out. Rabid Wombat 18 on Twitch. You can see his streams there. Or if you're following the Delusion group, we actually, when we go live, it'll host there as well. So you can always see who's playing when. But I'm going to wrap it up for the night. I appreciate y'all, and hopefully everybody has a great rest of your week, and we will see you soon back here in the game room here on delusion.group. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.